So, last time, which feels like a year ago. Whoa, jeez. We made it to the strip. I don't want to go into the strip yet. I did last time, but I didn't save. I want to save the strip. It's going to be special. Look at the fucking... Look at that modded Lucky 38. Look at that nice modded open free side. Oh, so good. A Wawa. What level are we? 12. I want to get to about... like level... close to 20. Let's say 17, 18, 19. And I want to do dead money. I also want to do... I want to see if I can just, like, walk to the canyon and see if I can get... If I can maybe start, Honest Hearts. And the reason why I would want to do Honest Hearts early is because there's just 2 guns in that DLC I want. Because otherwise that DLC kind of sucks. Oh god, if I go into Honest Hearts, do I have to find every location in Zion? Oh, I might actually have to. I said I was. Oh, god damn it. How do you guys like your bacon? Do you like your bacon like really, really crisp, or do you like it to have a little bit of a chew? This one piece is a bit crisp. Very chewy. Want me to eat the back strips? I also like mine chewy. Yeah. Oh god. The center part of that one got a bit crisp. Ooh. Oh man. Oh, why haven't you joined them? There we go. That was weird. There you go. My Stream Deck has just been, like, over the last couple weeks, my Stream Deck has like, I've added so many other things that it gets a bit messy and hard to navigate. And, if I sometimes hit something and I actually don't activate it. So what I did is I turned off the big chat, and I didn't turn on the small chat. I could probably make that like a double toggle. I could make it so that it would toggle one on and the other off. And that would save a space. Like, save a button. So could we go straight to Zion? God, I don't like Honest Hearts. Ugh. Honest Hearts is honestly really boring. There's only one thing of value in Honest Hearts, and that is Joshua Graham. And they don't really do much with him anyway. Did I just get the quest for it? Happy Trails? Okay, so we can do Honest Hearts. We are still a little low level. So I think what the plan is for this stream is maybe do some more exploring, questing in the Mojave. Do Honest Hearts, blitz through that, because the only reason I want to do it is to get 2 guns. And then be set for next time, pretty much. Ah, the Mojave. That Lucky 38 mod is so good. That is great. It makes the vanilla Lucky 38 look feeble. Like the vanilla Lucky 38 like comes to like there. That's like the top of it. Look at that. Also, since this was done through a mod list or a mod pack, I didn't install it, meaning it's installed properly and you can see it everywhere in the world.
I'm hit.
I feel like these areas north of the strip, like there's not much here. I know there was supposed to be, there's a ton of cut content for this game. There was tons of stuff that was cut in various stages of development. Some of it maybe not even leaving like the, I guess you would say planning or blueprinting or whatever the like pre-production of it was. But there was supposed to be, you know how there's those like highway overpasses to the east of Vegas? There was supposed to be a settlement there. There was supposed to be, I think, 1 or 2 more settlements north of Vegas. I want to say that west side was also West Vegas or whatever the fuck was supposed to have more content. Just a lot of stuff that just ended on the like. Does the quest ever take you here? I don't think I've like ever been in this building, the tools building, the H&H Tools. That's a lot of... Look at all this food. Oh my god. And Nuka-Cola? What the fuck? Oh, she just beat the shit out of that fucking Mr. Handy. Thank you, Veronica. I think I just picked up a spoon. Having a fucking... Oh, look at all this food! I'm actually, like, over-encumbered because of food. Oh, and a rigged shotgun. Oh. Emails. Oh my god, wait. This email is from 2022 and 2023. That's weird. That's weird. We lived through that time. Guys, those were years that happened. Remember 2022? Remember 2023? Did any games come out in those years that were good? Elden Ring came out in 22, right? Yeah, I think Elden Ring's a good game.
I'm afraid
Oh, Jesus, what was that? Holy shit. Physics items hitting each other. She seems pretty good as like a fighty companion. She goes up and punches the shit out of things. Is it worth getting her like a better power fist? Clipboard. Anthony House. Lucky 38 key card. Oh, is this... Oh, right. House has a brother. Had, I guess. I'm pretty sure it's like he got half the company. He got like... Or he got this part of the company of like the House businesses, and House got like Robco. Other House. Just reset that one. Mulligan that. Ponderous. Correctly. Country, no. Concealed. Convicted. Oh, it's just a bunch of journal entries. Missing father's advice more. Proud of my decisions I made. Transmit Henderson. All turned against us. Won't take me without a fight. I'm activating security systems. Okay, so he like went crazy. Oops. I just hit. Whoops. What did I do something bad doing that? Lucky 38 executive override. What did I just do? Lucky 38 executive override. It was going to be used to bug Mr. House's network, but it was never implemented. Okay. Speaking of things that were on the cutting room floor, there's one of them. Ooh, I should have started... You know what I should have started the stream with? There... And I'm all the way back here. Fuck. What even was that? You know what? That was me scouting. There's nothing worthwhile. We are leaving. Is there anything worthwhile in here? H&H Tools. Loot. There is nothing worthwhile in here. We are leaving. I take all the food and then I leave. Weird. I don't even know what killed me. That was actually fucking great. I bet it was probably another set of mines. South Cistern. Like I think you can tell that this area of the game was like it's so barren. There's nothing here, and I get that not every point of the map has to have something, but I think it feels particularly noteworthy around Vegas itself. Because, like, you look at the map, like, the sort of, as the area that they kind of expect you to come up from has, like, a bunch of shit. There's, like, buildings, there's the sharecropper farms, there's, like, a bunch of other stuff. There's stuff kind of to the side here. But then, like, this entire area has, like, nothing.
Hey.
Hey. Why are there NCR troopers in here? What the fuck is this?
Looking to lose a few caps, huh?
Okay. Dwink. Oh, that's the crazy lady. Not crazy. The lady who runs the the thing I don't think I've ever done, where you go into the arena and you fight animals, right? The Thorn.
We don't need the. I'm glad it means son of a bitch is on our side. I'm glad it means son of a bitch is on our side.
Is there like anything to do in West Side?
Hi. Myself Abish. My pleasure is unknown. Goodbye.
Mean son of a bitch. I'm pretty sure that he has, I think, 10 in all special stats. He's that awesome.
Howdy. Name's Bob, but folks around here call me Klamath Bob. What can I do you for?
Klamath? I know Klamath.
Yeah, good old Klamath. Not a bad place if you like hunting, eating, and skinning geckos all day. It's a pretty dull place, but I hear there was a bit of excitement when this tribal from Arroyo came to town years back. All before my time, though.
That was Fallout 2, guys. I remember Fallout 2. Oh, he only accepts this. Okay, well... Do you have any... He sells a bunch of cards. Which these are used for, whatever that game I've never played in this game is called. What is it called again? Where did I get all this corn from? Caravan. That's the card game. Does anyone play Caravan? Is there someone out there who is like an expert caravaner? Oh, it's a new glow. I was like, what the weird glow? Yeah, like running a general store. This is like the most I've ever spent in this area of the game, in West Side. Oh, here's man for that one quest. For Ganon's quest, Arcade Ganon's.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps,
You sell. Oh, you sell more stuff. Okay. Do you want to buy the shitty service rifle I picked up? Do you want to buy... I'll keep the head bandage for old time's sake. What am I missing for... You need duct tape, electronics, scrap metal, wonder glue, and a wrench for weapon repair kits.
give me a shout.
I should go to the bunker. Oh, I should go to the dead money bunker because then I can start turning in all the cigarettes I've been picking up. You can turn in cigarettes and for caps at the dead money vending machines.
Welcome to the casa. As long as you didn't come here to sell that scrawny ass of yours around here. I'm not hiring new girls. All slots filled.
I'm not a whore, you ugly bitch.
Then there's no problem here, and no need to get nasty. How can I help you?
All right. This is apparently a whorehouse. I thought it was a hotel. I don't know. I'd take like a fucking mattress to lay on at this point. West Side West Entrance. Ooh, barrel cacti. Got any corn I can take? Ooh, tobacco. Just robbed their fucking community garden. Why does the barrel cactus fruit give you -1 endurance? Is it because you're... What, are you just eating the spines? Oof, ouch. Sharp food, ow. I guess we could just wait till morning. So when it comes to the survival mechanics of this game, it's something that, like, I know it's the hardcore survival stuff really doesn't feel like it's worth having on most of the time. I think it's just a case of, like, it's good, it's interesting, and it doesn't, it's nothing but bars to fill, and it doesn't feel like a engaging mechanic. Food and water drain, like, water drains the fastest, then food, but sources of water are very easy to find. Same with food. Food is very easy to find. Yeah, I might as well get Vault 22 on the map. And, And sleep, like, I know that they didn't want it so that you had to sleep every day because that would be fucking annoying, but sleep drains so slowly. Your character can, like, go for probably, like, in-game for, like, 3, 4, 5 days without sleeping. I saw a clip of Fallout Season 2 writing, and you know what, you just reminded me. Before I got blowed up, like, 10 minutes ago, I was gonna say I should have started the stream showing the most recent clip that they, like, showed off as, like, the first clip that isn't, it's not like a trailer. It's just like, here's like a minute or whatever of the show, and everyone is like, oh no, it's like Quirk Chungus millennial writing. Oh no, and it's like, did you think that this was new? Hello, Lugar. Did you think that this was new? Yeah, yeehaw. Yaha could work too. Yaha is what the fucking Koroks and Zelda say when you find them. Is it the one in the dino head with her quipping? Yes, that is the clip. Where it's supposed to be, she's in the dino head at Novak. It's supposed to be like a con, like a bunch of cons are there or something, apparently. And she's and like the ghoul Walton Goggins is being like strangled or being hanged or something like that, and then they have like a fucking Quirk Chungus like, I'm gonna have funny dialogue with the what's it called, with the villains. I want to see what it would do with the hat. Oh, I'll explain to you what I explained to Plagueling the other day, is that the way that it works when you put an item on your VTube model is you have 30 layers in front and 30 layers behind the model. So what happens is that you know, cazadores, oh. I don't have any grenades. Veronica, go punch those things. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I killed it.
That's enough of that.
What was I saying? You have layers in front and behind the model, and depending on where the hat is, it will, or where the item is on the layers, it will be above or below it. So sometimes, and I try to keep everything on a different layer because then it won't like glitch out. It will just be in front of or behind something. Yes, I've also seen people compare it to Whedon, to Josh Whedon's dialogue. I have not seen enough of Whedon's stuff, so I can't say for certain. But I know that he is sort of the go-to that people compare to, of like the idea of like, he seems to be the ground zero, patient zero of quippy dialogue, in that he did it and then everyone else like grew up watching his stuff, and then they all did it because they liked it and they wanted to emulate that. I've heard some people defending Whedon himself in that, like, he did it with some sort of skill, and that other people are kind of just like, oh, the character has to be like Quip Machine, and then that's what they do. I see more Cazadors, which means we're not going that way. If I had one wish, gently remove anything Whedon has ever made. Should we lose Buffy, but then long-term damage he's caused? Well, again, I can't say that for I can't. I've not seen enough Whedon stuff, so it's restrained. It's rather restrained as of now. He was kind of the start that kind of dialogue. Some of it is good. I'll never say Whedon isn't a good writer. He was rather restrained. I think that's the thing, is that like it's a thing you see, is that like nothing is serious in a lot of these things. Everyone's like quipping when it's like, this is like supposed to be, I don't know, it's like tone is important. That Quirk Chungus, haha, Reddit. People saying Quirk Chungus, Reddit, millennial, there's all sorts of things. Well, let me find the clip, actually. I didn't post the fucking Twitter post. Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. If I just type in Fallout, I'd find it. Fallout. Oh, there it is. It's the first thing. Do we have to watch this? Oh, right. Display capture doesn't go above it. That was smart of me. No, it actually was.
Sorry. I'm hoping you can settle an argument between myself and my traveling companion there. We are hunting down my father, who is not a good guy. And on this journey, we found ourselves in need of food and supplies. Plan A was to leave you alone and avoid this scenario altogether. But we tried that, and I just started starving to death. Plan B, his idea, by the way, was for me to turn him over to you so that you would open up your safe and give me the considerable bounty you put out on him.
Fucking shoot!
The idea was I would shoot him down, he'd take your weapons, and use whatever violence necessary in order for us to escape. Which, in my experience thus far, it's a lot of violence. So, I'm really, really hoping you'll agree to Plan C.
What's Plan C?
You just let us go. And we keep the caps you gave me. Which, to be clear, we do need for our survival. And just to ask the question, would it help if I said please?
Was that like supposed to be funny? Like, I don't know what I was supposed to feel there. This is supposed to make the audience want to watch the show. Millennial writing, the Industrial Revolution and its consequences. We need to ban television. She's such a heckin' fish out of water in the wasteland. Picture of someone shooting themselves in the head. Picture of like the Reddit mod like thing. Why can't millennials take anything seriously? Okay, that's the thing, is like, what am I supposed to, like, am I supposed to be laughing at that? Like, what is emotionally, what am I supposed to have been feeling in that moment? You know, like, there's no sense of, like, you know, they keep cutting back to Walton Goggins, you know, dying because he's being fucking hanged. And it's like, what am I, like, am I supposed to feel tension? Am I supposed to laugh at it? Like, clearly not, because there's no, like, music, there's no drama, she's taking her sweet-ass time explaining this stuff, there's, like... why are their teeth so white? Don't ask. That's something that, like, nothing gets right. Let's be fair. I think it's supposed to make the audience think she's a naive idiot who doesn't know how the real world works, but it's not supposed to make me think she's a moron. But if it's not supposed to, not supposed to make me think she's also a fucking moron, then it failed. Well, like, here's the thing though, is like, she had like a whole season of like being a naive moron. Like, why, like, what, did she not change at all? Is she still just as naive as she was in the beginning of like the season 1 where she was a vault? Like, is she supposed, like, you think... But, like, again, that's the thing, is that doesn't seem naive. That seems stupid. Yeah, he's dying. Like, you know what? Like, yeah, that's weird, because it's like, I don't know, we don't see the context before or after that clip. But if it was, for example, he was still, like, about to be, like, pushed off or let go or whatever before being hanged, that would make more sense, as in she's trying to, like, bargain to, like, stop... you know, them from killing him, but he's already like dying. Like, you do realize that, like, it doesn't take very long for that for you to, like, you know, or or like, and what else I find funny is how she's not even pointing the gun at any of them. Like, that could be another thing where it's like, well, why aren't they shooting her? And it's like, oh, well, they're not shooting her because she's pointing a gun at Big Jim, who's the leader, right? You know, and so Big Jim is like, wait. But she's like standing there just like, oh yeah, you know, talking. Characters don't develop. They're perfect. Watching your mate choke out and quipping is chaotic neutral bard shit, but the bard after would say that's her cheating at cards the other night. I don't know. I don't know what she's like. I've you know, it's funny. I've not seen the first season. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, like clips and other such things from reviews. I might watch the second just to actually, like, see how bad it is. Well, that was weird. D&D, don't get me wrong, you're right, but I hate how bards are perceived. They used to be charismatic and not functionally brain dead. Like, I thought the bard would be like, the bard would be like the masterful person to be like, to come in and go like, whoa, and, you know, charm their way and bullshit their way, to spin a tale and get their friends out of trouble. Anyway, but I just, that's so awful. Oh man, it's just like, well, again, it's. I think it's a case of like, again, the people who make this, who make the show, much like Bethesda, don't understand Fallout, and they think, and it's like one of those things where it's like there are people out there, the people who make this show, a lot of the people at Bethesda apparently, not as bad as the people who make the show, but then like a lot of people online who think her acting makes my teeth itch. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know what her advice was, like in terms of like how you should act, like what she was told to do when she's like how to act that character out. But I've never seen her in anything else, so I can't make any further judgment. But like, there are a lot of these things. His advice be you with more quip. Okay, Veronica is tank, and I'm DPS. Oh, is this where? What was I gonna say? Like, there's a lot of people who think that Fallout is not serious. Like, that there's nothing in Fallout that is serious. That Fallout is all, like, 100% just, like, jokey haha. And that, like, there's nothing serious about this series. There's just nothing but, like, you know, haha quirk, you know, haha funny, haha. There's, like, nothing is serious. I got into a thing, like, the other day where it was, like, you know, someone... I talked on Twitter. It was like I responded to someone saying like, you know, oh god, nothing serious, right? And I said, yeah, it's crazy how, you know, or like I can't remember what it was, but someone was like used Fallout 2 as an example of saying that Fallout 2 was not serious because of all the references and the porn studio and stuff like that, you know, and I said that like they probably just used they probably saw a video about Fallout and Fallout 2 and saw that like, oh, there's a porn studio and oh, there's references, you know. And I said that Fallout 2 starts with a video of the Enclave gunning down a family of vault dwellers, and like totally unserious. And it's just, you know, it's funny. Like I saw another thing where someone said something along the lines of, give it like after Fallout, like Fallout 5 is gonna come out, and Fallout 5, Fallout nukes, lol, or dabs, yeah. Fallout 5. Someone said something along the lines of Fallout 5 is gonna come out, and it's gonna be even like worse and like stripped down of like RPG mechanics and other stuff from like the previous games. And someone will literally come out and say that like Fallout was always like a quirk, funny, haha, looter shooter, and that it was never serious, and that it was never an RPG. Like that's what's like. It's gonna get like to that point where there's going to be people who are like, yeah, it was never, you know, like this. What do you mean? Like it was always like it wasn't an RPG. It was always like a, you know, a funny haha game where you just do colored looter shooter. I don't want Fallout 5 to come out. Rather Bethesda build up Starfield or something. Starfield's fucking dead. Starfield is dead. Like, they're not, like, nobody cares. Starfield, it's gone. Strategic nuclear moose, and God said let them have beer. Ooh, science book. I don't know. I don't know what Bethesda's. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what they're actually working on. Because I'm pretty sure, that game is done. Like, Starfield is like done. Like, I don't think they're doing anything else for Starfield. It got its one DLC expansion, whatever you want to call it. Nobody gave a shit, and it's done. They made a good Terminator game like 30 years ago. They made a good Elder Scrolls game like 20 years ago. They've made a good Elder Scrolls game like 20 years ago. They have not made a good Fallout game ever. They're batting 0 for 3 on Fallout games. Making their own IP, and that just kind of like, you know, Starfield, guys. Like, I don't think anything good's gonna come out of Fallout anymore. You know what we could do? We're around the fiends. And there he is. Is that him? Yeah, there he is. We could do 3 bounty, whatever the fuck the quest is called. I just gotta make sure to not shoot him in the head. Who are they fighting?
That's enough of that.
Cook. Oh, that's a cute little animation. This quest reminds me of World of Warcraft quests. There are a lot of World of Warcraft quests where... Oh, Victor! Oh, no! Victor! What were you doing here, buddy? Oh my god. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He can go into another one. Oh. That was fucking funny. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. He moves between bodies around anyway, but that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that is great. I honestly thought I was if you get some dialogue in the strip, as you kill Victor yourself. Somehow Victor returned. I think if you I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember. Oh, I was gonna say I thought it was going to be like a I thought it was going to be a like an NCR squad. There was going to be like a squad of NCR like patrol or something that got too close and engaged with the fiends, but nope. Somehow Victor just ate shit. What was I was gonna say how this quest reminds me of a lot of World of Warcraft quests where you have to collect people's heads as a bounty. They probably don't do that much anymore, but some of the early quests had a lot of that. Some of the early expansions had a lot of... Do I have like a scoped rifle? No. Hunting rifle. Now this sounds like a gun firing 308s. Collect 9 banded scrotums, 1/5 drop chance. Well, the logic is that in the times that you don't get it, this is how I logicked it as a kid, is that you did too much damage to them to collect like the item. Like if you had to collect like a bunch of paws, it's like you fucked them up so hard that like their paws were destroyed. Or if if you hit them too hard, you damage their scrotum, and then the guy won't want them. What are we doing? Fallout? In that model, you can see the round chamber on the reload. Really? So, as I was saying, I'm really excited for Fallout Season 2. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. I can't wait to sit down every week and watch it come out, and then go on to Reddit and talk about how great it was and how it was oh so funny when the haha Chungus moment happened. It's going to be great. Which shotgun? I only have this 20 gauge. Oh, the one that was broken, right? The one that has the broken model. Yeah, if I find one of those again, I will definitely bring that out. Drinking while I do that and watch the Fallout show again. I want to watch it just like morbid curiosity. You know, it's one of those. It's like a train wreck or another thing where you just like I can't not see it. I don't know where those shots are going. I do like this hunting rifle model. It sounds good. It's got a really nice, clean sights. I like that. You got... I struggle to hate watch things these days. Even sailing the high seas, I don't get the enjoyment. See, that's the thing, is like I've never hate watched anything. So like it's a complete like new thing to me. So I have if there was a show that I thought was like a show or a movie that I thought was like hot shit garbage from what it looked like, I never watched it. Like I've barely seen like any movies and TV shows because I didn't watch the first season of Fallout because I heard it was like I saw from reviews and stuff like that, and it looked fucking atrocious garbage, so I didn't waste my time. And so I feel like I can have at least one of those, you know what I mean? Never watched The Room? Well, I feel like I don't hate watch The Room. Like The Room is enjoyable because it's one of those it's so good or so bad it's good movies where it's insane to watch it because of how just nutso what's it called, the writing is, the dialogue, everything in that movie is just crazy. But like, I think hate watching is more so like, hate watching is like oh shit, never mind. Hate watching is like where you know something, like you see something and it's like you really dislike it and you really think it's garbage, and you watch it to essentially like more accurately complain. I do agree. I've never been big into watching the so bad they're good or so bad they're good films. It also doesn't, like, I watched The Room in high school and I'm like, yeah, that was awful. It was funny, but never really did anything else. Never watched any others. I saw a video the other day talking about Fallout fans, and then I saw a response to that video because the response was by a guy who was mentioned in the video multiple times, and the video was like, Fallout fans are insane or something like that, and it was really, really bad. And so it was like this guy who's like, I'm gonna play Fallout New Vegas, and he is just like, I don't know if he gets it, or he's like trying to say like, okay, Fallout New Vegas is good. There's a lot of issues with it. Like he was told Fallout New Vegas is good. It's got a lot of issues with it, but it's got very good writing and other stuff. And you know, he thinks things like he was watching or he was playing the game, and like like, oh, people have told me that this game is serious. It's not like a jokey haha Bethesda Fallout. And his first two examples for why he thinks that was incorrect was a name of an NPC and Victor. So he sees Victor and he goes, oh, there's a robot with a cowboy face on it. So it's funny. It's silly, clearly. Or the name, he goes into the bar in Goodsprings, the saloon, and he sees Sunny Smiles, and he goes, that's not supposed to be, like, he essentially says, like, that's silly. That's not silly. The character's name is Sunny Smiles. And the video just kept getting worse. There was one point where he said that the best thing about New Vegas, the thing he liked the most about New Vegas, was the fact he could kill every NPC. And that kind of blew me away, because not only is that not unique to New Vegas in Fallout, like, it's not unique to the Fallout series, and it's not unique to video games. You could do that in Fallout 1 and 2. He's never played them. And is there even like a ranger? Oh, look, they added a ranger to the sign. Oh, it's just like the intro. And then there was oh god, what else did he say? So he said that he didn't like the fact that you could go, or he would go into the casinos and they would ask him to take his weapons and he would just like shoot them all, and he would just like kill everyone. He was like one of those people who, when they play games like this, where they just shoot everyone and they wonder why they're not having a good time. Does the concept of serious energy? I don't even know. You know, and he said some other pretty bizarre thing. Like he used some like bizarre things to like justify like why the Fallout games, or like the Bethesda Fallouts, are better. He used sales figures to justify why the Bethesda games are better. No, he's like not like an old man, but he's like probably in his 30s. And he used sales figures and said, look how much this game sold compared to the other ones. So like the newer Fallouts are better. And he also, and this one was insane, he used Steam concurrent players to show how it's like, well, people aren't playing the old games. And it's like, oh, the new games are more popular. And it's like, okay, first of all, that doesn't mean just because something's more popular, it doesn't mean it's better. And also, like, those Fallout games came out before the, like, in the 90s. How are you getting accurate, like, what, do you think you're getting accurate, like, Steam stat? Like, yeah, of course not as many people are playing them.
If it's bad news, you can... Back.
I got the fiends,
Good. That's damn
thank you.
good. I figure it's about time we got
This is a frequent
lucky
issue with people that don't
here,
understand that
maybe
tone
you
can
can
shift.
snuff
Sunny
out
isn't a
these
serious
maniacs.
name, Victor isn't a
First
serious
one
character.
calls herself Violet. God knows why.
The game
Her
also
name
has
is the
Legion
prettiest
that
thing
crucifies
about
people
her.
to the point of energy,
Spends most of her
but
time
like,
with
see,
a
here's
pack
the
of
thing,
vicious
is that
dogs.
like,
Then
Sunny,
there's
like,
Driver
there are
Five.
people who are
He's
named
fast
Sunny.
and he's brutal. Kill
Like,
about
why
a
is
dozen
that
of
weird?
my
Sunny
men with a goddamn
Smiles.
driver
Like,
on
I
it.
didn't blink
Hence his
once
name.
when someone told me, like, when they
And
say, like, her
finally,
name is
Cook.
Sunny Smiles.
You
Like,
go
what is
after
not serious about that character?
God damn it. That's Violet, all right. You've made me one happy
You play it
son
on
of a
GOG
bitch, you
and stuff
know
like, yeah.
that? Yeah. Think you can... You... Well. Driving the Phi.
Driving to
I'm gonna
five.
say, you son of a bitch, no tips on my golf swing. Lost a lot
Does,
of
I don't know,
men
like,
with
it's, I don't know, it was an insane
Morale's
video.
gonna be better now
And,
he's
and like, there
gone.
was one line where he said something along the lines of, like,
Yeah, that's Cook.
he said something along the
He
lines
always smelled like
of,
this, even before he was dead.
I'm trying to remember what it
Fiends let
was.
This guy touch the
Uh,
food. Well, this is payback for at least
I might
one of
actually
my
have to look, like,
troopers.
let me look up what I, because I made a comment on the response video.
You've been one hell of a stroke of good luck, you know that? Those three scumbags probably killed 20 NCR troopers. And you bring them down alone. Wish I had a few grunts as good as you. Damn good working with you.
Fucking advertisement. What the fuck is this advertisement? Raid Shadow Legends, Legendary Xenomorph, and there's the Predator? What the fuck am I watching? This is... the Predator is fighting some lady in like, she came out of like a stasis pod, and she has like a club, and the club is like, it's someone's spine with like a skull, and that's her like club, and she uses it as like a mace, and the skull is alive, and she fights off the Predator, and then the what's his face, the alien appears, the Xenomorph appears behind them. Oh, so this is what the guy said. So I found it. So the guy said this. I commented, this guy is a high-tier moron. People don't want to... This is his quote. Quote, people don't want to play Fallout 1 and 2 right now. It's a very outdated old game, and maybe the writing is great. Don't care. I'm not going to go back and play it. End quote. And I responded, it's like, imagine someone saying, quote, people don't want to watch Citizen Kane right now. It's a very old, outdated movie, and maybe the writing is great. Don't care. I'm not going to go back and watch it. The utter lack of respect for the past and the foundational works of years gone by. Yeah, you know, this man probably thinks Easy Pete's first name is Easy. Man, it was bizarre. I don't know, like, people have really bizarre takes on media in general. Spells it easy. People want to play new games that every person I met just rips the shit out of them. People have bizarre takes on media. People have bizarre takes on Fallout. Not even just specifically, but like, it's just, some of the stuff people say is just, I don't even know. So where's the bunker? It's like here-ish. So that's Boulder. Camp Forlorn Hope is like around here. That's Nelson. Did all their parents know each other? Oh, why are we sleep? Oh, because I think we're dehydrated. Oh no, that was weird. Makeshift bedding. Here we go. We can sleep on this This old mat.
You've done a good turn for the NCR. Now
Oh,
I'd
hey,
like to
dude.
do one for...
Yay, NCR emergency radio. That thing I never use, ever. Get 1 more hour so it's a little brighter. There we go. Thank you for saving Megaton. Yeah, at least... Oh, Jesus, that one was annoying because that was consistent. This one at least happens only once. Whew. That other one was like, every time I go to Megaton, they're like, hey, thanks. Here's like a bottle of soda. And it's like, cool. I'm an old duffer. I don't hate millennials who think they're lazy and shit like that. Culture and how people view things change. I do my best to at least try to understand the point of view, even if I disagree. People are some people are fucking morons. Yeah. There's so much. Like I don't know. I have Here's a gift: 2 9mm rounds and a tin of beans. Hero of the Wasteland. Thank you for disarming the nuclear bomb in the middle of our town. Yeah. Anyway, I can't wait. I can't wait until that Fallout show comes out. It's only a couple more weeks. Cause holy shit, is it gonna be fun to see, to like watch it? And I think I remember I said something along the lines of like, it's gonna go to like, no. There's gonna be those people who are like, okay, the normies, the people who don't play Fallout, the people who don't play Fallout, who don't play or have barely played any of the games or anything like that, I don't begrudge them as much. You know, they're tourists and normies, and tourists are fucking annoying and awful. Normies, they can't help it, they're normies. But what's going to be worse is there's going to be all those people who like are especially on YouTube and stuff, who are like the Fallout channels, or they mostly do Fallout and stuff like that, and they're gonna like it's gonna be a combination of you soy facing over, like, you know, soy jacking over, like, oh look, it was that thing I recognized from New. Look in the background here for 2.3 frames, you can see a poster for the Sierra Madre. You know, this show's amazing, or stuff like you know, stuff like that. And those people are gonna like bend themselves into knots to be like, no, it doesn't break the canon lore, it actually works, here's why. It works because, you know, this, that, and the other thing, this, that, and the other thing, and they'll just stretch and try to cope over, like, you know, them essentially ripping apart, taking the story and the lore and the world of Fallout and just like ripping it to pieces. And what's going to happen after that is the inevitable, which is people are going to point out still, like, this is dumb, this is stupid, no, they actually fucked this up, no, they actually changed this, that, and the other thing, no. And they're going to then go to the they go back, the goalposts move, they go back for, like, their first line of defense has fallen, and they're going to say, oh, it doesn't actually matter. Oh, it doesn't actually matter. Oh, why do you care so much? Why do you care so much? Oh, it doesn't actually matter. And it's the thing of, like, people who were, you know, people who were, should I? Nah, that doesn't matter. I was gonna say, should I have, I'm gonna, for the dead money, I don't need that particular piece of, nah, that doesn't matter. It's fine. I clapped when I saw the thing. The lore has changed, and that's a good thing. We turn into our parents, including the ship. But that's like I remember seeing something like years ago of, like, I don't know if it was real or not, but it was like something from like fucking like Plato or Socrates or Aristotle or some shit. I think it was Plato. Who was like writing something about how, like, the younger generation are a bunch of fucking loser idiots who are bad, and it's like, oh, so this has always been like that. dump off all of our cigarettes here. I think it was Socrates, if we're thinking of the same thing. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, it was someone writing, like one of the great Greek philosophers talking about how, you know, 8 billion years ago it was like the same thing. Gen Alpha hate is rising in Gen Z. How old are what is Gen Alpha? What is Gen Z? What is even all these gens? Who's Gen? What does she want? Gen Alpha. Is that really what we do? We just go back, we loop around? Generation Alpha, cohort succeeding Generation Z. Researchers, I don't know. No, I can't really tell. They're the children of millennials. So it was like, is Gen Z done? I genuinely don't understand that Gen Z is from 97 to 2012. Oh. How long does a generation last? I thought it lasted longer than that. What the fuck was a millennial then? Most people define millennial as 81 to 96. I don't think anyone, I don't know if, I wouldn't call someone who was born in 81 a millennial. It's like 20 years, between 14, 20 years or so, 25-ish, I think. So what I'm getting is that all of this shit's arbitrary. Like, they'd only be 19 by 2000. Yeah, but like, someone in 81 would be 19 by 2000. Their entire sort of formative years were formed by like the 80s and the 90s, especially like I feel like they I don't know, their formative years were not like shaped by the turn of the millennia. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what, like, I would have more in common, I think, with someone born in, like, 2005 than I would in someone in 2000, or 1990, or 1981. You know what I mean? As someone who was born in 1994. Oh, I can't fucking hit these. Never mind. Ooh, I should go to the dam. I want to see the NCR quartermaster at the dam has very good... well, this mod probably has changed it a bit, but usually they have insane amounts of ammunition. In vanilla New Vegas, they have sometimes hundreds to thousands of every type of, or not every type, but like every ammunition they sell, they have in hundreds or thousands. It's like the go-to place to find ammunition. You, of course, need to be, I think, you need to have like decent NCR rep. So what I was saying is that it's essentially, it's my generation and Generation Z's fault for ruining all media, and Fallout is dead because of it. I don't know. Ooh, I wonder if this mod pack does the thing with the thing. We'll have to get closer, probably. Sure, why not? I like this extra stuff on the road here. That, ooh, wrench. Ooh, spare link. Oh, ooh. Stuff to make weapon repair kits. So, I don't know, there's like whatever those, you know how dams have those things that like shoot out water? That was supposed to be a thing in vanilla Fallout New Vegas, but they had an issue getting it to work because of like engine limitations or something. They were supposed to have those things that like water would shoot out of like the parts, like overflow, spill, whatever the fuck they were called. And that was supposed to be a thing, but the spillway or whatever the fuck, I don't know what the term was. But they were supposed to have that, and it was supposed to be like you could see it from somewhere, like water was shooting out. But because of the way the engine worked or something like that, it would essentially render it regardless of where you were on the map. So you could be in like Good Springs, and it would still be in the world, like rendered, and it apparently just shitted the performance. Ooh, this is also a real. These are actually. This is actually a thing at the Hoover Dam. This statue, this monument. I think they're called like Angels of the Republic or something like that. Angels of the Republic. Winged Figures of the Republic. There we go. It is fitting that the flag of our country should fly here in honor of those men who, inspired by a vision of lonely lands made fruitful, conceived this great work, and of those others whose genius and labor made that vision a reality. Yeah, they're very weird. It's very Art Deco. It's a very Art Deco-y. There's a lot of like Art Deco shit around around the Hoover Dam. Like there's also another one that I don't think it's in the game, but there's like a memorial to the people who died during the creation of the dam. It's like a memorial to, because 112 people died building this dam. And like the main thing on the there's like a figure with like water and stuff like that. It's very strange. If you park those on the side, they are very Rapture. Yes, they are. It says it's like the monument is like dedicated to those who died to make the desert bloom. Snow globe. Look at that. Oh, ain't that cute? I'm gonna die from one of those animations one day. Look at the NCR heavy troopers. They look pretty cool. The mod did them really nice too. The NCRs, I like how the NCR is using the stripped power armor. It doesn't have any of the idea is that they're using it just as like, they're using it like fucking like medieval armor essentially. They have no servos in them. So they like weigh a ton, but it's a suit of heavy armor, so it helps. It's good defense. Here he is.
Always nice to have a friend of the...
I'd like to purchase some supplies. Not even for a friend of the NCR?
Well, that is great and all, but it's real... I guess I...
There we go. Ooh, look, he still sells a shit ton of ammo. Oh boy, we have found it. Okay, well, we don't need that much of that. buy like that. And then we'll also buy some... What is it? 356? Yeah, 356. 356. 357. 356. Where is it? 357. Buy like 70 of those. Oh, he's got a lot of 4570 gov. Very Battletech elementals, basically massive like blokes and some armor plating. I don't know anything about Battletech. When someone brings up something and like, oh, it's very much like blank, I like to be, if I know anything about it, I like to be able to say like, yeah, I've, you know, blah, 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 blah. I don't know anything about Battletech. I had to look it up. Ah, yes, Battletech. Battletech is a wargaming and military science fiction franchise. Launched by Faza Corporation in 1984 and acquired by WizKids in 2001, which in turn was acquired by Topps in 2003. Yes, yeah, ooh. I should probably, like, do I need to be carrying 31 bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla? No, but I could drink them to get the star bottle caps off of them, though, so I will do that.
Give me a shot if you...
The whole thing is big stompy mechs with the aesthetic of being 80s of the future. Like aliens are Blade Runner. Huh. Oh. Why is that armor looks cool? Why does it have tiger stripe camo? And by tiger stripe camo, why is it just a tiger stripe? Okay, my character now has diabetes. How many of those do I even have? 28. What do we need? Like 50? 60? Oh no.
President Kimball is going to arrive pretty soon to give his speech and meet that wounded soldier.
Hmm. 80s of the future, and I think that's the Smoke Jaguar clan. Don't ask. It was aggressively 80s. Yeah, I literally have no idea. I need to... Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff. I wanted to get some questing. I want to get a little more XP. Do her honest hearts of road, and then I don't remember what else. But yeah, I want to do that. Mountain Shadows Campground. God, there are more points of interest in this map than I remember. Prim, the other New Vegas. Because Because that's Quarry Junction, right? That's Quarry Junction right there. Not confident of taking on Quarry Junction. I'm trying to think quests. Early game quests. We did one from my baby already. Oh, it's an early game quest, and I could do it. I just despise it. We could go to the RepCon facility and we could help Jason Bright and his followers. I hate that place so much. The boomers, if we could do, you don't have to have the main quest to go to the boomers. You could go there and just like do all of their quests. Their quests are they're pretty simple. And there's a lot of, okay, boomer. We'll boomer it up a little bit. There we go. There's the other general. What? Boomer, fucking okay, boomer. Is that still a meme? Am I dating myself? Look, a Brahmin. Cow. Hey. Doesn't what's-his-face run up to me and be like, hey, here's the money I owed you from good... There he is, yeah.
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you.
Here we are, the...
Springs.
Thank you, fourth member of the Beatles. I bet that guy who made that video would be like, this guy is named Ringo, and that's clearly a Beatles reference, and shouldn't take that seriously. Fifth. Oh, that's something I forgot. Speaking of stuff, okay, he thought the guy in that video thought the Kings were a joke. He thought that the Kings were meant to be funny, and were like, supposed to be like silly and comedic. He thought that, oh, clearly they're supposed to be like, oh, they're dressed up as Elvis impersonators. He, like, again, completely ignored everything the game presented about them. It was, oh, that was so, oh, I'll stop thinking about it. It's gonna make you mad. Battletech lore is our timeline as of, like, 83, went on fine, went to space, colonies till Royal Jacob House of Cameron Stewart, took over Terra, convinced Space Imperial Japan, Germany, and Arthurian England. Oh my god. Naming the first Lord of the Star League? That seems very 80s. I feel like I would have been really into Battletech if I was... if I was around, if that was like more relevant, if I was born 10 years earlier. I mean, they kind of are from a real-world perspective, but you can't look at them from a real-world perspective because they're in a, like, I get what you mean. Like, at first glance, to us, they're like, it's comedic because, like, oh, they're dressed up like Elvis, haha. But you have to remember that these are people in the post-apocalypse who have literally no idea, well, I mean, not no idea, but almost no idea what culture was like before the war. You know, so they obviously would not understand. Like, they see a school dedicated to a guy, to impersonating a guy. Of course, they would think he was some sort of, like, you know, like, they don't know what the fuck Elvis is and all that shit. And that he was just a musician, celebrity guy. And, like, nothing... They have no context for who Elvis actually is, exactly. You know, they just see a place that was dedicated to impersonating him. And... the thing is that the game doesn't take them as a joke. Every, like, quest involved with the Kings is, every quest with the Kings is taken seriously by the game. They're never used as a butt of a joke. One of the most complex, quests in the game, and probably one of the most interesting ones, is GI Blues, which is dealing with the Kings and Freeside and the NCR. And that's really like it's serious that like the kings are you know, they're not like a joke in terms of like it's like, oh, these stupid Elvis impersonators, isn't that funny? But which is kind of the perspective that that guy in that video took. I'm not criticizing, I'm not like taking this out on you, Plagueling. They see a bloke called the king that people really respected and liked. They make the center point of their new society. Yeah, yeah. The ancient Greeks, or the Rome looking at the Greek city-states and saying, let's do that. Like the Minoans, yeah. Wasteland omelet, yum. Actually, wait. Is there a bed in here? Yes. But yeah, they don't, you know, the game takes them seriously. This guy, it was not a good video. Say that. Well, you know what it is? It was very surface level. It's very surface level. It's fuck. I can't speak. Very surface level observations. Very surface level analysis of like, oh, they look like. Yeah, he wants to wager, right? And give him. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they look. It's very surface level. They look at. Oh, it's just about. They dress up like Elvis. Haha. So modded sprint breaks this, unfortunately. No game does, but when I look at them, I do find them a bit amusing. I don't really do the game immersion thing. I can respect the writing and the characters, but I'm looking at something from my view, not of that of my character, if that makes any sense. But it's... I'm gonna say no. Like, I understand that you're looking at it from your own perspective, not your character's perspective, but like... It's like... It's...
Hold it right there. Don't you move.
I don't know if
How the hell did
suspension
you
of
survive that
disbelief
bombardment?
is the right term, but it's the idea of like, you know, like I'm not like, oh, I'm not gonna look at like I feel like you have to have, it has to be you're looking at like an in-universe view in that it's like, oh yeah, sure, the mutated mutated I don't know, like the Death Claw. Like the Death Claw does, like, oh, the Death Claw doesn't, you know, make any sense, you know, technically, but it's like I accept that in that universe it does. You know, like, oh, the idea of people like dressing up as Elvis is like silly or doesn't make any sense. Maybe not in like, not like it doesn't make sense in our world, but like there are Elvis impersonators, but in that it doesn't, you know, it makes sense that people who have no context of Elvis 200 years after a nuclear war would maybe have a different thing and they dress up like him.
But
Whoa. Whoa.
I'll take this from here.
What happened to the fence?
I'm Raquel, Master at Arms for the Nellis homeland.
Welcome.
The fence disappeared.
Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you?
Okay, so yeah, I'll do this. She wants me to go do all the quests. I will do them. Sorry, I don't want to listen to the boomers for the 800th time. should just be able to just let me borrow your book and read it, and I'll give it back to you. I like the idea that the courier just eats the book. If you recall, when I started playing World of Warcraft, and you said there was a train in Stormwind, I rather was fucked off until I saw Ironforge in the Dwarven District for the first time, and saw that the dwarves and gnomes had a lot of steamish tech going on. Yeah, one of the original, like back in Warcraft 2 and like the old RTS, the only reason the gnomes were literally like they had like no lore other than being the source of like wacky gizmos for the Alliance. I'm kind of the opposite. I don't really get immersed. I like characters. I can see what the world and the writing is doing, but it's still me looking at a thing involving people that aren't real, and I can't put myself in my character's position as it were. I do believe it's related to being on the spectrum thing. It confuses everyone I know. That does actually genuinely confuse me. You know, I think immersion, I know a lot of people overuse the term immersion, but I think it is an important part in that the way I would describe a big part of immersion is, I'm going to go get my caps before I forget, is that immersion is about a lot of it is on, does the world feel like it makes sense? Does the world have a consistent internal logic? You know, can I, can I like see this universe as being something potentially as like a real world? Does it have enough internal consistency where I go, yeah, I can imagine this working if it was a realistic, like if it was its own actual thing? You know, do the characters behave in ways that makes sense? You had me until real world? What do you mean? Like I'm saying, like if like it doesn't feel like it, when immersion is one of the parts, is the world feels as if it is a real thing, that it has its own consistent thing where you could imagine this being some other sort of universe. It doesn't feel like it's something that like someone made up. Like it has enough, I guess you would say, like I said, logic, that it's like, yeah, you know, they have it's like they have things that we don't have, but characters act in ways that are consistent to what it's trying to characters act in consistent ways in what based on how they're trying to portray them. The world acts in a way that is internally has an internal logic that works and doesn't seem to contradict itself and doesn't seem arbitrarily, like changing arbitrarily at the whim of a, like, let's say, a writer. We don't want to wake up, be hit by a van and wake up a character creation. Because it's not a story, a setting, the characters can be consistent, well written, and make sense, but my head will always register as an utter piece of fiction. Yeah, like, it's not saying, like, but, like, yeah, I understand it's a piece of fiction. At the end of the day, it is not real. I understand that. But the quality of immersion is how well, I would say, a piece of media can, even for a moment, even for as long as you sort of put yourself into the perspective of that, like of watching the movie, of playing the game, of reading the book, can it make you not forget that, but like, does it feel like it's like, this is real, like this is like a thing that exists? Like it's like the world itself. Like you're in the way, like make it so like you're essentially, you know, piercing the veil. You're peering to another world. You're getting a view into another reality, and the reality is this piece of media, this book, this movie, this television show, this video game. You know, you know, the immersion being, it's like can this pen on paper actually make me feel invested and care about people who don't actually exist and events that have not actually happened. The only reason our world is real from your perspective is because if you're not actually perceiving it. By that definition, nothing outside your immediate perspective isn't real.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you want.
Back in a sec. It's more of a meta commentary on the perception of reality. Wait, what is my medicine skill actually? 59. We can do this one. Natural herbs, bandages, disinfective. 60. I need one. I'll take a Mentats. Great. That's exactly what I wanted. Did I have? No, okay. Wait, do I actually still have the skills? Yes, okay. Strong allergic reaction, and they're all saved.
Yes, outsider. I'm a.
And we're addicted to Mentats. All in a day's work. This game is actually a deep commentary on how drugs are bad. Bearing in mind, I'm almost certainly explaining this badly. I've never really been able to get the point across properly, I think. I feel like you're explaining it better than I feel like I've been a complete idiot trying to explain my point of view for the last 10 minutes. I've really been stumbling around and tripping over my own words, so I feel like you've been doing a better job, if I'm being honest. Oh boy, everyone tuck in. We gotta listen to this guy.
Outsider.
Ooh. Snow glob.
Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground.
Where are the other
Everyone
ones?
had guns, but the overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the waste.
Never got any gin. I forgot to get any gin.
We blew them up with frag mines and grenades.
Elvis juice?
Flamethrowers.
What the fuck is Elvis juice?
But there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home.
No, you said the same general things as others have when having this discussion. I get where you're getting at. Okay, well, at least maybe I wasn't as incoherent as I thought.
We have prospered and multiplied. Here are mighty
I get what you're trying to say.
savages
I
who
just...
try to harm us.
I think I understand what you're trying to say.
Well,
I necessarily... Not that I don't understand it, but like it's hard for me to not be able to not picture media in that way, in the way I do.
and it has taught us where to find one.
You know, like when I go to if I go to a play, it's like I know that they're just actors on a stage, and that the set is just a backdrop. But if performed well enough by talented enough actors, even though they are just standing on a stage, speaking to the crowd, speaking to each other, in front of backdrops with props, and I for a moment I'm like, yeah, this is real. Like this is actually fucking Othello. This is actually fucking Shylock and fucking in the court.
Now that you know the story of our people, you must have all sorts of...
You need safety of the vaults. You got little things.
Exactly. We haven't detonated any atomic warheads since before I was born. But besides that, it's a heck with nitpick and... Several automatic warheads detonate here. The savages of
He
the
said
Waste
automatic. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He said it. The kid didn't. Whoever was performing this didn't say it right, and they didn't do another take. I skipped through that line of dialogue, but I never realized that before. The line says atomic, and the dialogue said automatic warheads. The best way I can describe it is at no point in my life have I been immersed in a world setting or characters so far as I'm aware. I can enjoy them, especially when consistent, but I still know it's not a real thing. See, and it's just like, that's the thing though, is that I don't understand. Like, you end it by saying it's not a real thing. No, I don't, I don't think these things are real things. Like, I don't think anyone who immerses themselves in things, unless you have, like, most people, by the time they're like, what, 10, I think it is, have a clear ability to separate fiction from reality. Even like 10-year-olds know that movies on TV are not real. You know what I mean? Like, they know that actors, like, these are people playing parts, that this isn't actually real events that they are watching. And, like, I do you know, so is, like, suspension of disbelief not, like, do you just not have the ability to do that? Also, I missed what you said, Lugor, about what your long thing. Your POV is that the most important part of potential is potential reality part of it. Function. Okay. No, oops. I've scrolled. Pretty straightforward. Your POV is that for the most important part of potential of another reality is the reality part of it, isn't there? Fucking isn't. Okay, I kind of get what you're saying there. Also, I gotta look up what you're talking about. Elvis juice. Brewdog Elvis juice. Oh, ugh. Ew. That sounds. Sorry, I saw IPA and I immediately like. I kind of just went ew. I don't like IPAs. I'm sorry. I don't like IPAs. Never liked IPAs. I don't know if it's a thing as much of an issue in the UK, but like here in North America, IPAs, especially like smaller brewers, IPAs are it was like an arms race of how much can you make your beer taste like feet. We certainly had that problem for a while. How much can you make your beer taste like feet, and how high can the alcohol percentage get? It's like this tastes like nothing but rotten hops and is 33%. You need to sign a waiver to drink this. It's like, I don't want to drink that. Anyway, maybe it's better to say that my head can never look at them and imagine them in that setting as functioning. Okay, but like, I would argue it's like, well, why not? But I would also argue, not argue, I don't want to say argue. I would also ask then, like, if you see, what about a movie that takes place in reality, like in our world? What about like a family drama? Like if you watch fucking like, I don't know, I don't really watch, you watch something, what's that one Adam Driver movie? What you watch fucking like Marriage Story or whatever the fuck, where there's no, it's just like this is a story about people dealing with things that people actually do. And yeah, IPAs, especially Brewdog, are considered a bit hipstery, hoity-toity nonsense. Ugh. Look back at the actors' matches. Okay, what if it's people you've never seen before? A movie you've never seen before with actors you've never seen before.
Indeed, we do. Very impressive. Anything else you want?
But and it's taking place in the real world. I know I saw the one about yeah, if you see Christian Bale in The Prestige, you see him as Batman or vice versa, whatever.
You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge weapon.
What are we arguing about, Cyber?
It took many weeks to drag the
Plagueling is secretly a robot.
Once we restore power,
and
we believe they were used to train combat pilots. We used them extensively. Before you... That's beautiful.
The Imperial... I'm going to read your last speech, Lugor. It's a supposition of the empirical importance of reality. Empirical importance of reality. What's more important, the alternate part, alternate reality, or the reality part? It's a scale, and where you sit, positive view. Someone on the alternative one would be very much into LARPing, for example, whereas someone on the reality side of it would be more interesting about reading about World War II than Lord of the Rings. But, like... I like both. I don't know. It's like I feel like that sort of like the idea of a spectrum of the empirical importance of reality. Like, I feel like that doesn't have to be a thing, because you can be really into history, like I am. You know, things that are existing that are real, but at the same time, also really enjoy, you know, whatever piece of fiction. And think it's also really enjoyable, and that you can get immersed in it, and like I don't like, I don't know, I guess you just like okay, so for example, they're not, you can be diametrically opposed. Oh, did I read that wrong? Most of us sitting in the middle. Okay, I just like. So I'm playing, okay, right now, I'm playing Fallout New Vegas. I know that this is not real. I understand that this is taking place in a part of the world that is real. I know the Hoover Dam, for example, exists. I know that Nellis Air Force Base exists in real life. Good Springs exists, so does Nipton, and so does Prim, but it's not reality. And that, you know, this is 200 years in the future, and that, you know, but like... in the world, I'm immersed. Like, I believe that there is in this world, and I can understand that in this fictional reality, that there is a group of people called the Boomers who live at the old Nellis Air Force Base and use the howitzers as a means of essentially keeping themselves isolated. I know that here that Veronica is not a real person, but I understand in the logic of the fictional reality that she exists in, she is a scribe of the Brotherhood of Steel Mojave chapter. You know, and that these things don't exist. They're not actually real, but they exist in their own reality, and it is like consistent with the reality they're in. You're confusing reality as in functionality of existence with real, as in something that we can personally experience within the physicality of what we inhabit. AKA, my Pepsi is real because I can touch it, but Pepsi Man is in a different reality. Okay, so the Pepsi. Okay, So wait, I'm trying to... Okay, so the Pepsi is real, right? Yes, the Pepsi, your glass of Pepsi, your can of Pepsi, whatever, is real. You can touch it, you can drink it, you can taste it. It's real. But Pepsi Man doesn't, like, exist, but he's, like, Pepsi Man doesn't exist, but he's like a thing. Like he's not real, but he exists. I think is the more like he doesn't like Pepsi Man is not a dude I can go and talk to, but he is if does some like if is something being conceptual not make it real? Like, are ideas real, or are ideas not real? You know what I mean? If I have a thought, an idea for something, is that not real? You know, if are like fictional things not real? No, not real in his reality. No. He's real in our reality. He exists. I can go and look up, like, he's not real as in he's in a person, but he is a thing that exists in some way. He is not real as in he is a person. He's real as in he is a fictional character that exists. You know what I mean? Like, but like I don't know about multiverse. I'm not like, so is that how like that if I think of something it exists? So if I, but like, okay, so because you thought of something that there is now a universe that where that thing is real, what I feel like we've gone way off track. That I don't understand. Like, wait, so if if I write a story, a fiction, so does that mean that Star Wars is a universe that actually exists according to multiverse theory? Like, does Fallout actually exist somewhere because we've made things? Does thinking of something bring a multiverse into existence? What? Because someone had the idea of Pepsi Man in our reality, there is feasibly and now a reality where Pepsi Man is a bloke running around solving crimes and shit, yes. But, like, did that exist? Did that feasibility come into existence only because it was thought of by us? It didn't exist on its own? I'm of the opinion that until you can give me some concrete evidence that a multiverse exists, it's fucking horse shit, and this is the only reality that's real. There's my fucking hard line in the sand.
Hey.
So I wanted to read something Plaguewing said, like, I understand, I see what's happening in the world, and it makes sense within the world, and I'm looking at it as simply a thing that I would interact with on a superficial level. But, like, I feel like that's where, I think that, again, I feel like it comes back to, I guess, quality of a thing and the superficial, or not superficial, quality of a thing and the suspension of disbelief. Of, like, I feel like a good fictional universe allows a fictional world to feel more, I'll say, realistic. It feels more like something that could potentially, like, it feels like it's a working world, and that the higher quality writing allows you like, if it's created and written well, it allows more easily for an audience to suspend their disbelief of the fact that it is not actually real. Prove to me that Pepsi Man verse isn't real. How can I prove a negative?
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing. If that's so, how about...
Right, okay. You want me to, and then this guy wants me to go get him a fucking date. I'll do that too.
So you're the outsider.
You can't prove a negative. That's the point of multiversal theory. That's a point. Then it's fucking useless. No, I didn't mean to say that.
Hey there.
Shit. in theory, everything that can ever happen has both happened and not happened because there feasibly be a universe where one has happened. So does multiverse theory become as, like, okay, I'm gonna say, does multiverse theory posit something as retarded as there is another reality that is identical to this one, except the position of a single atom is different? Like, is it that stupid? Yes. Oh my god. I don't buy that. I just don't buy that. I just don't.
Mother Pearl's instructions.
Yeah, you want me to kill the ants? I think I handle a couple ants, and then oh fuck, I have to go back to Loyal. So is there a universe out there where... Is there a universe out there where everything is exactly the same except 2 weeks ago I chose to wear a red shirt instead of a blue shirt? Like, is it as stupid as, like, my name starts with a different letter? Is it as stupid as in, like, one day I drank a Coke and the other day I drank a Pepsi, or the other universe I drank a Pepsi? Everything's the same except I'm blonde. I just feel like that is exhaustingly retarded. I can't describe it as anything else. What's the fucking point? Oh, I know that's stupid to ask what's the point, but it's just I am firmly a single universist until you can show me any fucking shred of evidence otherwise. I'm gonna stick with the Futurano one. There's 2 universes, and the only difference is that the other one, everyone wears cowboy hats. Oh, that's funny. I just think it's so stupid. I just think it's stupid. I can't. No, Plagueling, you're not a sociopath. You just have a fucking weird view, and I'm gonna say it's a weird view on media, and it's just difficult for me to understand your view of media. I don't know how I could. I feel like I don't know how I would be able to enjoy any piece of media if I could not sort of suspend my disbelief on whether or not it is real or not. And so it's interesting to sort of, I guess I would say, interrogate. Oh, fuck. I need, like, a fixing things or something. I don't have enough. Or I have to hoof my ass to fucking Helios 1. Bleh. Philosophy is the whole thing of starting with the fucking point. I don't know. I feel like... I just feel like that's insane. Insanity. Crazy, insane. Thanks, Veronica. Fucking brilliant.
That's enough of that.
What do we have to do here? We have to restart the generators. We kill all the ants. Consistency, performance, and overall writing mostly, but I respect the skill of it more than the immersion aspect. But, like, again, I feel like it's oh, God. I feel like skill, consistency, and performance and overall writing all play... Oh, right, Thump Thump's here. Forgot about that. All play into... the immersion of a world. Explosives. Like, when something is more good or... Oh, shit, I actually should level up repair. What do we need for repair for this? Probably needs to be like 70. Whatever, then. When it's easier to immerse yourself in a world that is well-written, well-performed, and is consistent. So it's weird that you have criteria for why you think something is enjoyable or done well that are it's also what, you know, if a world is inconsistent, is poorly performed, and is written badly, it's not going to immerse me because you've failed like some fundamental things there, especially if it's writing poorly written and poorly not consistent. So it's interesting that you would use very similar criteria, but then not be able to sort of immerse yourself into a well-crafted world. It's something that it's difficult to picture myself. I'm not gonna take Light Step. Light Step is extremely good. I'm not gonna take Light Step specifically because it's funnier. It will make Dead Money funnier. He enjoys the artistry of a painting more than whatever the artist the message is trying to say. But like, I like that's the, like I feel like if I look again, I feel like that's the thing though, is that artistry makes not necessarily the message, but like artistry, even if I like a painting because of the way it looks, artistry is important to that. Like an art, you would need someone who is a skilled artist, who has artistry, to create something that even at a surface level is just enjoyable to look at. The ability to lean through the window that is the world and smell the air, so to speak, is important to immersion. I've been immersed in some dog shit writing before. I don't know, maybe I haven't. Maybe I have, I don't know. I felt immersed in Call of Duty campaigns before. All written as a legal dissertation titled "Murder is Mad." Well, which one have you been immersed in? Let's judge you even more. We're at the point where I just like don't know what fucking perks to pick. What is Lone Courier? Oh, it's well, I have a companion now. I keep forgetting I can use the companions as fucking pack animals. BB gun perk? What perk is that? Right, this is the definition. The fact of becoming completely involved in something. Total immersion in a video game is almost like living another life. That completely last part eludes me. Well, where did you get this one from? What was the recent one said during the Cold War where you do a little background on your character? You know what? You would probably... I have not played a Call of Duty for maybe close to a decade. I have no fucking idea. I have no idea how many there have been. I have no idea how many they're... like, what they were covering. I have quite literally no idea. I have been completely separated from the Call of Duty series for a very long time, so... I could try doing a BB gun run. Cold War. Okay, I know of that one. Cambridge Dictionary? Okay. Like, total immersion in a video game is almost like living another life. Like, it's living another life in, like, it's a thing where it's like I recognize that there is I recognize that there is a separation between my character and myself, and that my character is not real, but at the same time there is a sense of immersion because nothing happens unless I move. Like this does, I have to, my character, and the decisions I choose in this one, in this game, are my choices. My character responds in first person. So there's like a little bit of immersion with that. And I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that example. That example is a bit crazy, but maybe not crazy, but a little not extreme. A little far, but like I get what it's trying to say. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around everything. BB thing with stealth. We'd have to get some stealth. I'd have to get some stealth points or some. I'd have to raise my stealth and get stuff like it's like contract killer or something like that. What is it called? Like the professional or some shit? There are too many perks. I feel like I wish you could sort this alphabetically. What am I looking for? It was like I might try. I might raise my stealth skill going from the next level a little bit and see if we can make a BB gun run work. I really should pick a perk. Toughness. Yeah, I'll take toughness. The professionals is British Starsky and Hutch. I thought you were talking about Leon the professional. Thump thump. Yay. It's got a little beaver on it. It kind of ties heavily into my stuff with games. 90% of the time, I do not care about the story regardless of how good it was. I'm there to play it for the mechanical design and gameplay over everything else. See, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I think a game's story is not necessarily the be-all, end-all. I am also there for the mechanics first and foremost. I do have to, however long a game is, I have to sit here and actually play it, so I want the mechanics and gameplay to be good, to be well-made, to be of quality, however we want to judge that. But at the same time, like, a good game can make a story work because of gameplay mechanic. Like for example, I feel like Fallout New Vegas has an interesting story, and part of the way that works is that there's a lot of player agency. Like, there's an interesting story and there's interesting character stuff, and a lot of it is the fact that the player, it wraps into the gameplay. Is that the story is not something that just plays and the player does something that's just mechanically, like we just shoot things and then a story plays. We have influence on how it works. We can choose to decide with different characters, different factions. We can choose, A, B, or C to progress through a quest. The choices that you choose mechanically by like leveling up skills, choosing perks, etc., can affect dialogue. You know, a character that is like low intelligence is going to have different conversations than one that is not. A character who has a high speech or a higher charisma is going to have different options. You know, if you don't have like the skills like science or repair and stuff can affect how your choices make. It's all about sort of the player agency. So the story is not just something that happens in this game. It is a part of the gameplay. You know, the gameplay, part of the gameplay is choosing how you're progressing through the story and what you're doing, and who you want to side with, and how you decide to engage with certain characters and factions. You know, we're all over the place. Yeah, you could play a shit game with good story. I could not. If you tell me that a game is 10 hours long even, so let's say not even that long. If you tell me a game is 10 hours long and it has an absolutely amazing story with thrilling characters, but that the gameplay is awful, I would just not play it. It would be a hard sell at least. I would say, hey, if you buy it for me, maybe. We've had that conversation before where it's like, yeah, it's the reason why the big Sony games, it's like, yeah, I just don't, like, I don't care how interesting your story is or what your characters are doing when I don't find the gameplay engaging. It's one of the big reasons I never cared for The Last of Us, is that okay, first off, I don't think The Last of Us story is that good. I think it is competent, but the thing is that the game lasts like 15 fucking hours, and the gameplay feels like the most generic third-person, you know, Uncharted garbage. And so I was just like, you know, you'd have these moments of like characters doing their thing, and I'm like, I don't particularly care about this. It's not like great, it's not terrible, but like it's not like blowing me out of the water, and at the same time, the gameplay is so tedious.
Maybe.
Ooh, perk, right. Ordnance Obsession perk. What does that do? Accuracy with explosive weapons, chance to hit in VAT. You have a chance to set off mines. Is reduced by 15. Oh, okay. It's also why my favorite game of all time is Dark Souls 3, because of the gameplay and the bosses. Twin Princes is my all-time favorite boss ever. You know what I like the most of, or not the most, but you know what I like the music in Dark Souls 3. Twin Princes has a great track. Yorm the Giant has a great track. Deacons of the Deep is good. There's a couple others I've forgotten what the names are, what bosses they're attached to. I'm not really big for mechanical games. That's why I'm not a massive Dark Souls fan, why I'm such a lore nerd for different things. Like, I feel like, if writing is the foundation of movies and television shows and books, obviously, in that if you have bad writing, it doesn't matter how good everything else is, it's going to be shitty. If you have a movie that is written poorly, it doesn't matter how well it's performed, it doesn't matter how good the cinematography is. If the story and the characters and the dialogue is all fucking atrocious, retarded garbage, well then you've made a bad movie. I feel like gameplay is the foundational thing for a game. So mechanically, gameplay-wise, a game has to be solid. Because it doesn't matter how good the story is, it doesn't matter how good the visuals are, it doesn't matter how good the music is. If the gameplay, if what I'm actually doing, if what the player actually has to spend the whole length of the game, you know, pressing buttons to do, if that is not done well, then the rest of it is useless, is wasted. Oh shit, I still have to repair the fucking sciences. Science. What are they called? Solar panels. Science panels. You know, the science panels. The things that absorb science from the sun and turn it into electricity. What we need is repair. What are we doing? We're helping the boom. We're talking about horse shit while I do these quests. Cowboying, exactly. They're not racists, they're just xenophobic. They don't care what color anyone is, they just hate anyone who's not part of their group.
You have done well.
We're rootin' and tootin'. Actually, wait, no, I can pick this up and I can pick up the quest for Loyal. If I could play the radio, I would, but everything would be banned. Here, we'll get like 10 seconds of Radio New Vegas.
And we're back. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I feel something magic in the air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation. More news for you. NCR Correctional Facility is now under prisoner control following a successful riot. Locals should avoid anyone who looks like they've done time. Moving on. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority.
Deep fried New Vegas music. Do you know that Mr. New Vegas is voiced by a guy who, his name I forgot.
Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong.
What is his name?
This next song
His
helped me through a very difficult time.
his name in real life, his nickname in real life, Wayne Newton. That's it. He's a singer and an actor and everything. And I gotta turn the music off now. Sorry. And his nickname was Mr. New Vegas or Mr. Las Vegas. Fuck, Mr. Las Vegas. And they got him to do the radio and do Mr. New Vegas. I just pulled. Just reminded me. I said it wrong. I don't know if anyone's. It's one of the episodes of Smiling Friends season 3, where Alan and Glep have to take over because they think Charlie and Pim are dead, and so they go to this like lady's house, and it's like Alan's like to Glep. He's like, "Okay, Glep, we can't mess this up," and the lady answers the door, and he goes, "Hello, we're the Smooling Fronds." And he goes, "Fuck." It's so guttural how he does it too. I gotta look that up now. Smilling Friends, Alan Clap. Could you have cut this fucking? Why is this in like a letterbox? Who did that? Why do you do things like this? Why do you allow things like this to happen? Did you find it? Oh god, it's horrible. Why did you link me this? Oh, that's awful.
All right, Glip. This is very important. We can't screw this up. Hello, we're the Smooling Fronds. Fuck!
Oh. Oh, that was funny. Holy shit. Sorry. Oh. He's just so fucking guttural with how he says fuck there. I love it.
All right, Glip. This is very important. We can't screw this up. Hello, we're the Smooling Fronds. Fuck!
That is probably that's my favorite joke of the 3rd season. Like, that and the guy turning into sand at the beginning of the 1st episode. You still can't hear anything? What? Testing. I should be able to hear myself. Testing. It's on you. I'm making noise. I can hear it on my own screen.
Oh, wonderful. Please come in. I've been. Please come in. I've been. So depressed ever since my husband ran out on me and my.
Yeah, I can hear it. Lou just went deaf. Maybe. Fuck, I've lost my track. This stream's not a train wreck, but it's. Shut up, stop talking me. Shut the fuck up. It's all good now. Oh fuck, I gotta put game capture back on. There it is. Where the smooling fronds? Fuck! What repair skill do we need for the fucking solar arrays? $65. Fuck! I should have just put the points in. What do we have? Repair 58. Oh shit. The mentats won't cover that. We need to find. All right, I have to Wikipedia where fixing things is. Fixing things, New Vegas. Where can I find one? Anywhere close to Nellis? Oh, Nellis Workshop, Nellis Schoolhouse. There are a couple here. Where's Cypher? Sorry, it's almost entirely my fault. No, it's fine. I'd rather have a just like a not pointless, but like a fucking meandering. I'd rather have a meandering conversation than, I don't know, me just trying to like, I don't know, riff off of whatever I'm looking at. Just want to know autistic rant about multiverses. Dog shit metaphysics rant. I don't know. It was the origin you were talking about how you were never immersed in something, and then I almost had an aneurysm, and then that's how it kind of went from there. It's fine. It's fine. There's a fixing things right fucking here. Give me that. Oh, and the guy wants his girlfriend to. Oh, we have to go to fucking. I gotta go to the Crimson Caravan. I've read a magazine and now I know everything about photovoltaic. Beautiful. Sunshine Boogie. Why did I get clowned? That's in the back of my head since we first started talking, because some of my work colonies are drinking like 20 immersed in these nuts. Fuck you. If I could be bothered, I would time you out for a minute. It's her, right?
You should go talk to Blake or Al.
Boomers, Nellis.
Well,
I'll ask Pearl. Young hearts. Every quest is the name of a song. There was another. Here's my Jeopardy. Trying to find the timeout button. This game's quests are all named after song. No, I have to do better than that. This high-tech game's quests are all named after song titles. It's a 500-point question on Jeopardy. There you go. It's not a good question, but
well.
blah blah blah. The answer was Cyberpunk, by the way. It's a really cool yeah, it's a modded outfit. I like it a lot. It's like her traditional robes, but she's got like her scribe, like the Brotherhood recon armor underneath, and she's got a backpack and like other stuff that actually makes her look like she's like out and about in the wasteland. Also, the power fist letting off steam is kind of neat. I don't think the face steal command works anymore. I tried it offline. It's just like it doesn't work in Vegas. I don't know if it's a way that
the redhead of my dreams.
I don't think I think the way that Tale of Two Wastelands kind of merges the games, like it does something to that command where it just doesn't work. We're still Nuka-Cola Lady. We're still Sierra Petrovich. Well, it could be worse. How? We're one of the worst characters in Fallout 3. the insane Nuka-Cola lady who does nothing but live in her house and never leaves and wants cola because whatever. Player.match face geometry is the reference command. Is the command well, I thought it was. I was using. It's a mod.
Hello again. How's your?
It's not a mod. What's the word? It's like one of the basic mods. Okay, it is a mod. One of the basic mods for New Vegas adds different console commands, and the one I've been using is player.copyFaceGen from.
Welcome to the Crimson. Welcome back.
The contracts. I'm looking for work. I'll take it. Well, let's try player.copyFaceGen from... Fuck, what's her name? Janet? Doesn't work. Let's try yours. Player.match face geometry FE245. Spelled that. I did that completely wrong. FE245. Nope. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. The Nuka-Cola lady face is too strong. I'm gonna say, did I spell geometry right? Yeah, I did. Because I just copied. I let it fill in because it has the console that will fill in the commands.
Have you spoken with McLafferty yet?
What was I gonna say? I'm going to guess it's probably. You know what it might be? It might be when you go through New Vegas, you're technically like starting the game and you go through like a weird truncated like character creation, and that might fuck up that command. It just doesn't work because of going through second character creation. That's just like my wild guess. I have like no idea. Because you gotta remember, like, Tale of Two Wastelands is kind of like... is using a bit of wizardry to get these two games to work. It's pretty damn good, but, like...
Thank you for getting Janet to know.
Thank you for getting me.
Pearl sent word saying it's...
Yeah, she wants to go. Okay, go get the bunker. Bunker bomber. Random game, blah, blah, blah.
Guy.
I've never been so happy.
Oh, can't sprint. Breathe underwater. Here you go. Rebreather. I've been known some DLL consistencies before. I've tried it. Lugor, I have offline. Offline before stream, I went around and I just went trying to copy people's I can speak. Copy NPCs' faces, and it just wouldn't work. I would spell it out entirely. I would try capitals. I would try spaces. I would make sure there was no empty, like, things. I tried using the names. I tried using the reference IDs. I tried putting it in brackets. It just doesn't work anymore. I just constantly get, like, the same thing. Did I try it with a French accent? I can speak like I can't do any. I can do Commissar Duquesne from Warhammer 40k Darktide. I am Commissar Duquesne, and I am vaguely Eastern European. The error is mentioning the script failing. Speaking about, what was this? Speaking about, okay, so you want to hear where my thought process went? You said French. I thought of Expedition 33 because it's a French game. And then I thought about the Game Awards, and I wanted to talk about two things. One of them being the Game Awards, and then the other thing being, have you seen, there's that, like, they're doing that, like, stupid advertisement thing where there's like someone put like a fucking monument out in the Mojave Desert, and it's like a weird hell monument, and it's like some sort of game, and whatever his name is, the Dorito Pope is like, you know, oh, this is a reference, this is a thing. Jeff Keighley. And people are trying to guess what the fuck this monument is for, yeah, out in the... Let me see if I can find it. You've probably seen this. It's like a fucking garbage. It's gonna be for a game nobody gives a shit about. Video game... aim ad in the desert. Here we go. Game Awards Desert Statue. Can you actually show me it? Why is this shit so hard to find? I gotta go on Twitter for this, don't I? BioWare lays off Vanguard, or BioWare lays off Veilguard developers to focus on Mass Effect. Haha. That was also another thing I want to say that I mentioned Cyberpunk like 5 minutes ago. There apparently, like, there was a thing where CD Projekt Red showed that like most of their devs are working on Witcher, but then there's a good amount of them working on a Cyberpunk sequel, which is just it's not gonna be good. Why can't I find this? Mysterious Mojave Stat. Here we go. Now I can find it. So like here. I don't want to see Jeff Keighley. This is like a terrible image of it, but there you go. Thank you. Fuck. Team in the end. I don't know. Here, I just found a shitty picture of it off Twitter. So this is like a statue that's been placed in the desert, and it like glows at night with like LEDs, like glows red. And people have been trying to figure out what it is, and people have already called out that it's not Doom, it's not Diablo, it's not Elder Scrolls, it's not like Bloodborne, it's not anything like that. I don't think it's going to be anything good. It's going to be a game that everyone groans at. They go, oh. Oh no, I clicked on IGN. No, I'm going to hell. And yeah, fucking what's his face, and then I don't know. Like, okay, I'm gonna talk about. So we're gonna pivot from this to the Game Awards. But like, yeah, it's not DLC, it's not Elder Scrolls, it's not Diablo. It's definitely probably not Ape Escape. I don't know why they're showing me Ape Escape on this article. People are saying it could be Lords of the Fallen 2, which I didn't play the first one. What a weird. But I was gonna pivot to the Game Awards. Why did we allow the Game Awards to have any sort of like influence? I don't understand why we just like why people pay attention. Like the game, like what do people not remember that like Jeff Keighley was like the guy who like sat on like a throne of Doritos and like advertised for shit, and like, you know, like why do we give him like attention? It's a, okay, decent Wii Souls like, but nothing to write home about. But like why do we let this Game Awards have like it should not be a like, just don't pay it, like it shouldn't have any prestige. You shouldn't give a shit what they claim is the game of the year. Who are, like, it's not like who chooses it. Again, it's like the breakdown is that like it's a bunch of fucking like randos who you don't know who are choosing the games, the nominees and the winners, and it's only partly like a fan vote. Like, who gives a shit? People are creatures of habit and fall for hype and massive marketing. Handjobs for the colonies. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Like, it's such a, like, you know who you should listen to yourself, and you should listen to people you trust, whether they be friends or whether they be, you know, YouTubers or streamers or influencers or whatever you want to call them, ones you feel like you can trust or value what they consider to be good or bad. And I think why should we give a shit about what Jeff, I don't know, I keep wanting to say, his name is spelled Geoff, so I'm going to call him Geoff. Jeff Keighley is and his fucking pals consider to be the best game of the year. You know, whoever greased their palms the most. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff Keighley. It's annoying. Oh, right, we can't attack in the water. I just don't... Ugh, what a... You know, and there's always, like, so much, like, kerfuffle over it every fucking year over, like... Oh, this game should get it. Oh, this game should get it. Oh, blah, 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 blah. God, especially the fucking people arguing over, like, mobile games or stuff like that, or free games. All the fucking different gacha people trying to rip each other's head off over which one's gonna get... Well, I can see at the very least they have a reason, because whenever a gacha game wins Game of the Year, or whatever, like, best game in the category, they give them a bunch of freebies. But... You know... You know, all the people you see on Twitter, all the people who really liked Expedition 33, talking about how it's the greatest game of all time and should win Game of the Year in perpetuity. All these people who just discovered that turn-based RPGs are a thing and are saying it's the best game ever. I'm sorry. I didn't play Expedition 33. It didn't really seem like my my cup of tea. But it's so funny how people are talking. It's like about how it's like the greatest turn-based RPG that has ever been made. Like there are people who it's like, oh, it did. It's like these people who like they would claim that it's funny because it either comes. It comes from people who say that they love all sorts of turn-based RPGs and they've played they're a big fan of it, or it comes from people who have never played turn-based RPGs and who think that it's done something like 100% unique. Like they bring up stuff like, oh, you can parry in combat. And I'm like, have you never heard of Paper Mario? Fuck, they've been doing that since Legend of the Seven Stars on the fucking Super Nintendo. You know, oh, you can use a gun in the middle of combat or whatever. And it's like, did you never play Persona? I kind of guessed the story in about 20 minutes in and the twist 30 minutes in. You know what? I saw about an hour and a half of someone playing that game back when it first came out. I've never seen anything else. I'm gonna guess the twist. It's not real. The world is fake. I don't know how, but it's like it's all fake. They're in like a storybook or something. How close am I? Yep, okay. Well done, you win. I literally didn't know anything about that game. I saw the first... Oh, they changed the detonator. It's actually like a detonator now. It's a Call of Duty-ass detonator. I saw the world that they're in is was too almost. It's like it looked like a storybook or like a piece of art or something like that, and like the whole thing felt very sort of fantastical. And I'm like, it's not real. That's gonna be the twist. It's like they're all in a book. The big bitch is the real person who's painting shit, and the ginger kid is her daughter who's hiding in the painted world because the real world. She's got a fucked up face and accidentally bodied her sister or something. Also, the final boss is her dad. Oh my god. It's... Oh, I'm so glad I didn't fucking play that game. If I had liked the story, if I had enjoyed the gameplay, which I haven't played, so, you know, can't say anything about the gameplay. It looks like, you know, I don't mind turn-based games, but, so I probably would have actually enjoyed the gameplay. Surprisingly, you know what turned me off? Or, well, let me finish my first train of thought. If I got to that point, I would have been, like, really, really annoyed. If that was, like, when I get to that ending, I would have been like, oh. Oh. Because I don't know the details, but that to me is like borderline it was all a dream, and that sort of ending actually makes me upset. Like, if it's not even real in the context of the fictional universe, it's like, well, why do I care? The VA, I've heard that, like, that the voice acting is amazing. And that that all that's really good. But when I figured it and then checked, it just made me go literally, oh, yeah, I can't stand anything. If it's not real, it's a dream, it's a hallucination, it's a memory of someone as they're dying. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, it's one of those things where it's just, I don't know, maybe because it's overdone, maybe I think it's bad. I don't know. It's hard for me to understand. Like, I guess part of it is what I just said. How if it's not even real in the conception of the universe, it's like, why should I care? It's a very French story. What's like the? There's that one fucking story where it's like a short story, and it's a short story where there's a Confederate soldier who's about to be hanged, right? He's about to be hanged. And what happens is that the rope breaks and he like falls into a river, and he goes on this like adventure of escaping and getting back home to his wife. And then the twist is that it's actually it was all just like a fantasy that he had in between the moment that he was like dropped and before the rope like killed him. An occurrence, yeah, yes, occurrence, is that what it, an occurrence at Owl something Bridge, Owl Bridge, is that it? An occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. Oh, right, it's by Ambrose Bierce, who was a Civil War veteran. Ambrose Bierce went to go, I remember he disappeared. He went to go investigate the first-hand experience of the Mexican Mexican Revolution, and then was never seen again. But anyway, his story, and it's an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge where, yeah, a wealthy plantation and slave owner is being prepared for execution by a hanging from an Alabama railroad bridge. He has like flashbacks and stuff like that. Returns to the present. He falls into the creek. He frees his hands. He escapes. He runs 30 miles and sees all this like weird shit. And then it's like he rushes to embrace his wife, but before he can do so, he feels a heavy blow upon the back of his neck. So there is a loud noise and a flash of white, and then all is darkness and silence. It is revealed he never escaped. He imagined his journey and escape home during the time between falling through the bridge and the noose breaking his neck. Which, in 1890, that shit would have been fire. I rather liked it from what I recall. Might be biased because it was an early example of surprise fucker. It's up there with humanity are the, like, if you are writing in current year a story where actually humanity is the real villains, guys, immediately throw it in the garbage and write something else. That might sound harsh, but holy shit, is that such a fucking trodden trope? It's been ground into dust. Don't do it. Ooh. Bitter Springs. Humanity or space orcs trope. Give me an example, because if it's like, oh, humanity or like, it's like humanity are just like really fucking hard ass and like hard to kill and stuff like that, I don't mind those stories. Like, The rest of this, oh, these weird, what? Yeah, that's exactly. I don't mind that, because that's almost like a side. That's almost like a side, sort of like humanity that's like a. It's almost like a harder version of like the indomitable human spirit meme. You know, where it's like, well, why did humanity keep going? It's because we have the indomitable human spirit. You know. I think there's like, these are stories that I've never actually read, but I've just heard of, and I don't even know what they are, but I think there was like one story where, I don't know if it was a short, I don't know, like I don't know anything other than this description, which I read off the internet ages ago, where it's like the story is that humanity, like Earth is invaded by aliens, and Discord has a bit of that. Humans are just considered a bunch of lunatics in universe by other species. There's like, okay, Earth is invaded by aliens, and the aliens, they have like space travel, and they have all like, you know, futuristic spaceships and faster than light travel, all that sort of shit. But when they land, and they're landing their armies to attack humanity, they come out and they're wielding like muzzle loaders. Like they've advanced in everything except their like weapons tech. So they have like super advanced alien materials and stuff like that, but their guns are all like muzzle loaders. Like single shot muzzle loaders made out of like sci-fi materials. And they just get bodied by humanity. Like, so they come out like thinking they're gonna just like, you know, oh, we have spaceships, we're gonna destroy these stupid monkeys who, you know, who can't even go to space. And then humanity just annihilates them with like automatic weapons and tanks and helicopters and missiles and shit. And then I think there was another one, and I don't know if it's a single book or a series, I don't remember the name, where it's like, ow, Cazador. This is bad. I have made a significant mistake, and that mistake is I let a Cazador get close to me. Have you played Space Station 13? I've heard of Space Station 13, and I've seen people play it, but I've never played it myself. Game's pretty much based on the idea that the only reason humans can get anything working is we're a bunch of screaming monkeys and eventually write Shakespeare. There was another story. It's a species of aliens is fighting against another species of aliens, and the first aliens they're pacifists, and I think they're pacifists, and they're also the aliens they're fighting have psychic powers that can affect them severely and make them like do bad things and all this sort of shit, or like again like fuck them up. And so they're like losing a war against these aliens, and the first aliens, the pacifist ones, find humanity. And what they do is they essentially give humanity, like they say, essentially, we need you to fight this war for us. We have no experience with war. And also humans are immune to the psychic powers. So they say, we'll give you all of our futuristic technology. We'll give you spaceships and lasers and medical technology and guns and all this shit if you help us fight this space war against these people who are killing us. And so they essentially use humanity as like they uplift humanity to use them as like mercenaries, as like or you know, and stuff like that. And the aliens that they're fighting get like bodied by humanity because humanity is like these crazy monkeys come out of nowhere who are immune to their mind control and who are really good at fighting and shooting, and they're like, oh no. These are stories I've never read and I've only heard of, so I might be not. Oh, these are counterfeit bottle caps. Fuck. These are fake bottle caps, not real ones. I only pay for my stuff with real bottle caps. Oh, You had the link to a Reddit thread. Are you okay? The ferocious death welder beasts and adopt them like a domestic pet. I've always had like the idea of like I've like a very vague, very simple idea of like making a science fiction world where I don't know, like other aliens are really like they're like really confused about why humans have like pets, like and like why humans have like tamed animals. And I was thinking of like in a future where like every human has like a space dog. With, like a normal dog, but they like bring it everywhere with them and something, and they like, I don't know. I was like this weird thing where humans like fight with dogs in space warfare was like an idea that I got from a dream. Earth is Space Australia is a fun one. I guess if like, I don't know. There's so many poisonous things, temperatures whale, it makes Earth a death world. But Earth is very comfy. Most of Earth is pretty comfy. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we gotta go back to the boomers. Other species are just so wildly confused as why you live there. This is not only would they be confused if they consider Earth a death world, what does humanity look for in an ideal planet? Another planet that is a death world. The more a planet is like Earth, the more we like it. The closer an alien planet is to our homeworld death planet, the better.
That's true.
Hey.
What has been going on? What did we even do for the last 3 hours? What happened? I feel like I've been playing this game in like a fucking fugue state where it's just like, yeah, I've been doing things, but we've mostly just been talking about stuff, which is fine, but like, I don't know. We should go back to talking about how Plagueling is actually a robot.
Hello. What?
Yay. So now, whenever I do the main quest, beep boop, yeah. I'm sorry, I mean what? This sentence is false. Oh, sneak. Let's level up sneak a smidge. Medicine, why not? Explosives. Volaire. Best of the worst blend rotation yet. What is the other one you just sent me? First impression of humans when you get to know them. Monkey giving a finger. Humans are space orcs. I should play. It makes me want to play Stellaris again. I always like. I'm so boring. Whenever I played Stellaris, I always ended up just like playing some flavor of human species. You know, usually like I would give them different things. Sometimes they'd be the big evil empire. Sometimes they'd be the democratic republic. You know, the republic or the federation or whatever. Sometimes they would be some flavor of Starship Troopers. You know, service guarantees citizenship. but I'd always end up just being like human takeover world. Or galaxy, technically. One of my favorites, there's a really good one in Stellaris, one of the origins that you can get from one of the DLCs is called Payback. And it's like an alien species comes to the Earth and like essentially says, they essentially take humanity into imagine XCOM 2, where like that happens and they win. And humanity wins and essentially like pushes the aliens off the planet, and then using like the stolen alien tech, they like are now in space and they want revenge. It's a good origin. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to either streaming Stellaris or XCOM or both. That's the thing about strategy games, is that like they can be a lot of fun, but they can also be extremely dull, especially to watch. Oh right, the Brotherhood people for that one quest as well. That's the thing, yeah. Streaming, like, it is so XCOM is so long. XCOM 2, which is probably what I would stream. XCOM 2 is so long, especially with War of the Chosen. That's like, what, 60 hours maybe? You know, and it's one of those games where the later you get into the game, the longer it gets. Like each mission, like the early missions, 10, 20 minutes. But then, you know, in Stellaris, you can do like a small galaxy. You could do like a small map, a couple hundred stars only. And, it wouldn't take that long. But like XCOM, like when you get into the later missions, even just the game, no mods, you're looking at like an hour plus possibly for a level. You know, if you're trying to take it slow and make sure you clear, and you're trying to make it so that you're trying to play like optimally, in that your teammate or your team isn't getting just kind of, you know, destroyed. So yeah, that game becomes long. Alright, what are we now? Level 15. Could we take on Honest Hearts? You know, probably. I might actually have to ditch some weight though. Could probably drink all these sodas. That was like 30 pounds worth of soda. Yeah, that'll do, actually. There we go. I'll leave all these guns next to these chem addicts. They could probably get some use out of it. It's been 3 hours. Oh, you know what? We're not gonna. No, it's been 3 hours already. We're not gonna start. The DLC is gonna take like. It's gonna take like 3 hours. Not 3 hours, maybe 2. I don't know. I either do more stuff in the Mojave or I do Lonesome Hearts or whatever. That DLC is so boring. It's such a boring DLC. It is the worst DLC. No, it's not the worst DLC. It is the second worst DLC in this game. Worst DLC is... So wait, what? It's nowhere near as dark as it was last time I streamed. Was that a bug, the darkness? Because it's like... Is it because I'm close to Vegas it's like it's brighter? I wonder. It was so dark at the Mojave Outpost last time I played. Like, it was like pitch black. It was like true darkness. This is like almost daytime. Is it because moon? What do we got? What do you got? Yeah, let me just shoot. Yeah, thanks, Vats. Like, I hit Vats, and what does Vats want me to do? It wants me to shoot my own companion. Oh, wait, I'm still addicted to Mentats, aren't I? Yep. Sober Lugor is a sleepy Lugor. Thank you for hanging out, Lugor. Good night. I want the bottle cap. Give me the bottle cap. Oh no, he died when on the radio. It's our first skeleton of the night. Don't you hate when you're on the radio and then you die? Speaking about dying on the radio, does anyone remember there was that woman who died from drinking too much water to try to win a Wii U? Or not a Wii U, just a Wii, back in like 2009 or whatever? That was a thing that happened. It's actually kind of fucking tragic. Really bums me out on Tuesdays. A radio station was doing a contest called Hold Your Wii to Win a Wii. And they made contestants drink a bunch of water and hold their Wii. And this woman died from... She didn't even win. She came in second place and she went home. She was feeling bad and then she died several hours later from water intoxication. And the radio station was like, well, everyone was fired. And like eventually it closed down, I think, years later. But and I think her family won like a $3-4 million settlement or something like that. That was fucking depressing. Hold your Wii to win a Wii. It was especially irresponsible because the, I think it was like a nurse came in, like, or a nurse called in while they were doing the contest and said that, like, this is actually, like, really dangerous and you shouldn't do this. And the hosts are like, eh. Hold your Wii to win a Wii. Imagine, like, risking your life to win a Wii. Was the Wii any good? I had a Wii. I don't remember, like, playing anything for it, though. I remember playing, like, Wii Sports, Mario Galaxy, I think 2. And that's about it. I can't think of, like, anything else I played. Red Steel, that was a terrible game. Had really good marketing. They did that fucking commercial where, like, the two guys would knock on the door and be like, "We would like to play." And then cut to them playing video games with the family. We would like to play. I know it sold well. Some pretty solid titles. That's the thing, is like I can't, like, I did not personally get much use out of my Wii, which I know is not like, you know, saying that no one did. It's just one of those things where it's like I would not, in my own experience with the Wii, I would say I did not get use out of the Wii. I did not really, like, I do not think fondly back to the Wii. I look fondly back to the GameCube. I can think of some good games I played on the GameCube, or games I enjoyed as a kid. But the Wii, not so much. Twilight Princess, No More Heroes, Metroid Prime Pre Smash Brawl. Metroid Prime, well, you have a new one. There's a new Metroid Prime. It's really good. They added an empty, lifeless open world. You know, it's great. You know, people really rag on, for example, people really rag on Elden Ring. They really rag on Elden Ring for I think it does have some merit that there is not enough in the open world of Elden Ring. A lot of people say that it didn't have to be an open world game, or it shouldn't have been an open world game, or it's a bad open world game, and I do think there are merits to it. Holy shit, though, is, from what I've seen, is the new Metroid Prime, like, the definition of, like, why is this an open world game? Why did you put this in the game? Like, this adds nothing. Like, at the very least, Elden Ring's open world is, like, visually distinct. There's all these different areas that are fucking, like, they look different. Ruby Hill Mine. Oh, shut up. Oh, let's... Oh, what do we have here? Fucking Veronica. I don't think I've, like, ever been in here. There are a lot of places in these games where you just, like, you never go into them. Because, like, you never really want to. I don't know. I'm not, like... I don't know. I never really went into every single location in a video game like this. Flashbangs. These are DLC items. You found a flashbang. Deals fatigue damage. Reduce enemy weapon skills. Has a chance to friendly to... Oh, right. They're Lonesome Road. Ugh, Lonesome Road. Ugh. Oh, good. What if I just, like, don't go in there? Yippee-yay. Why are there like 10 of them? Veronica, please, I'm gonna... Critical strike on Veronica. That's not what I was aiming for. Just a bunch of explosives. They're like thrown explosives. I do appreciate New Vegas trying to give more explosive weapons. I'm trying to think, like in vanilla Fallout 3, like what do you have for explosive weapons? Like grenades, mines, and the rocket launcher? Is that like it? Let me actually check. Fallout 3 explosives. Mine. I'm gonna count all mines together and all grenades together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. The explosives in Fallout 3 are literally only mines and grenades. Because all the big guns are... Missiles are under big guns. Oh, that makes it even worse. There's like no reason to level up explosives in Fallout 3 then. Unless you're gonna do only grenades. That would actually fucking suck. Oh, right, the rebreather. Can you drop it, or does it still count as a quest item? No, you can drop it. Why would you ever drop it, though? It also gives you 3DR. We might have almost enough bottle caps to do that shitty quest. Collectibles? 40? I think we need 50? We only need 4 more. Another mine I don't think I've like ever been in. What manner of creature will be in here? I'm gonna say Night Stalkers. Oh no, it's Cazadors. Where's the grenades? Use explosives on Cazadors. You can cripple their wings. They're so useless.
I've had worse.
More explosives, which I guess it's a mine, so that's what they use. They use explosives in mines, right? That's a lot of red on the compass. Fuck. Thank you, Veronica Tank. Veronica Tank. Veronica Tank. Legendary Cazador. He's legendary. What does that mean? It means I'm about to fucking die. Oh, there she is. I was like, did Veronica die? Did she get pushed into the floor? Oh. Remnant's Power Helmet. Greased Lightning. It's a Power Fist. I should probably give that to Punch Girl. Greased Lightning. Greased Lightning. GRA. It's a Power Fist with an extra hydraulic shock, powered by a nuclear battery. It has lower damage than most high-level unarmed in the game. Extremely high attack speed. Eh. That's from it's from Gunrunner's Arsenal, but it's also the reason why it's here is because this mod pack has a mod that makes it so that the Gunrunner's Arsenal weapons are spread across the world instead of just like being randomly in like a store. Oh my god. What the fuck? Holy shit. Does that work if I give it to Veronica? Here.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
She's using it. You know, they wanted, apparently Obsidian wanted, because there's those other types of fist weapons, like the displacer fist and stuff like that, and the explosive fist. They wanted them to have ammo types. They wanted them to actually have to use ammo, like energy cells or like, you know, some sort of like shotgun shell or something. But apparently because of the way the game, like the engine works, you can't give melee weapons ammo or something like that. There was like some weird thing where like you can't give them ammo. Let me look it up if I can. Displacer. Like the ballistic fist. Behind the scenes. Here we go, yeah. For example, for the ballistic fist, despite firing shotgun shells upon a successful hit, the weapon does not drain 12 or 10 gauge or 12 or 20 gauge ammo from the player. This is a result of an engine limitation. Melee and unarmed weapons cannot be assigned an ammo type nor set to drain them. Obsidian encountered problems attempting to implement this feature, and ultimately the ballistic fist has an invisible infinite ammo supply. Thank you, Bethesda. Thank you for making such a good engine. My favorite part... My favorite part of Bethesda is their technical expertise. The year is 2043. Fallout 5 has just come out. The year is 2073. The Elder Scrolls 6 has just come out. It is still in the Gamebryo engine. The year is 2257. Humanity has colonized the stars. We have defeated diseases that have plagued us for centuries. We live long, healthy lives spread across planets and planets and planets, and Bethesda is still making games in the Gamebryo engine. Careful, careful. Ow. This is a thing? This can't be. This has got to be modded. This random ranger. Is this actually in the game by default? No way. This feels modded. This is the. No way. This is the fucking Sierra Madre bunker. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been in here. This will save me having to walk here when I do that one quest for the NCR. What happens if you go into the Remnant's bunker without the quest? You know, just you need the code, but like I'm curious, can you go in it or is it locked? Okay. You need the code here. Dear friends, remember... What is it? Dear old friends, remember Navarro. That's the code. Do you think the Enclave is going to show up in the Fallout show? In the second season? Do you think the people who run the show know what the Enclave are? Have they referenced, like, any things from the actual games? Any villains? Did the Master just not happen? Did the Enclave just not happen? I should get Veronica some power armor. She sure does. Whoa! That girl sure does know how to punch. Remember when super mutants were not just, like, you know, when they decided to just, like, make them not just people to shoot at? You know. No, never mind? Okay.
I hope it will snow. Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around.
It's
Just
Marcus.
don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here. A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but...
Also, hi, Worf.
Legion?
This is Michael Dorn.
That's another story. Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town. Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or
steal anything, we'll treat you fair.
We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask. Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well. See you.
Isn't this pleasant? Super mutants that aren't just weird lumpy potato people that you're meant to shoot at. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I talked about it when I'm playing 3 and Fallout 3 and 4. Is that it's just like, I don't know. Bethesda doesn't know how to, like, Bethesda just uses them as like big green bandits to shoot at. They don't actually do anything with them. Not to mention that they have to, like, stretch to even make sense of why there are super mutants on the other side of the fucking country. Can you still play Fallout the Frontier? I don't know why, I just had like a vivid thought about that. Is that still available? Could I find that somewhere? That might be like worth like one stream's worth of gags when I'm done this. I've played it before. I played it way back before when it first came out. And like, what was it, 2.5 weeks before all the controversy came out about it? Oh, look, I get it. He was cheating. 5 kings. All the same suit. He was cheating, and the other guy shot him. Skeleton storytelling. Fallout the Frontier was an entertaining shit show when that first happened. I played like a couple hours of it, and I'm like, eh. I kind of stopped doing any quests in there, and I just kind of walked around and just explored the world, which was really neat to explore. Fairly well put together for a Fallout mod, but
Another was enough.
but then like the controversy over it, that shit, like where it just got like there was like weird shit, people putting in like their weird fetish content into the game. And then like a bunch of like accusations started flying about, you know, this, that, and the other thing. It was funny. Also, beyond that, it wasn't a very good mod, if we're being totally honest. It was very weird. They like it's like, imagine you wanted to make a big Fallout mod and you took inspiration from Call of Duty. It's some of that shit is, there's like, okay, there's like a lot of like scripted events, like, and at one point you're captured by the Legion and your character is crucified, and there is this elaborate scene, and that's like, okay, so like the mod takes the courier to be like everyone's like, yo, you're the courier, you did all this cool stuff. And they recruit you to go to Portland, Oregon as a part of like an NCR expedition. And the Legion is there for some fucking reason as well. And you get there and you do this assault and you're kidnapped or captured by the Legion. They crucify you, and then there's this long, elaborate scene where the NCR launch like a fucking massive assault with like helicopter gunships and like transports, and like they lose like dozens, if not hundreds of men trying to rescue the courier. And it's fucking insane. I kind of stopped playing after that part, like the story, and I just wandered around. You could probably, there's probably multiple video essays. There's probably hours of content that you could find to like really dissect that mod, because that was a fucking doozy. I don't think I've like ever explored this part of the lodge. Marcus's room. Appreciate that everything here is lootable. He doesn't even have anything to steal in here. Oh, there's more rooms? Oh my god.
Humans down the road.
Yes, I will take all of these cigarettes, though, definitely. There is a logic to why I nick all the cigarettes. Okay, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else really. Well, I can still do some more questing and stuff. We'll do that, but we are getting close to like 4 hours, so I'm pretty tired. I did start like 15 minutes late. I actually started like an hour and a half late. I wanted to start at like 5:30 or 5:36, and I started closer to 7. But yeah, I think then next time I'll do some. I'll maybe level up a little bit more, or we might. What are we? 15? 15. We could probably. I'll prep for. We'll start Honest Hearts next time because I want to get. There are 2 guns I want from Honest Hearts, and from there we can do more exploration. Maybe do some of the other DLCs. I want to wait until I think maybe we do Honest Hearts, a little bit more stuff back in the Mojave, and then we do Dead Money, because I want to be around like level 20-ish. I don't want to get higher than 25 before I do Dead Money. Oh wait, did we lose? We're 15, so did we lose our negative? Yes, no. Yes, no. Yet, no. Are we addicted to something? Why do we have negative 1s? Humble. Oh no, we're still humbled. Okay. That should go. That goes away eventually, I think. The humble debuff, right? Like, is it level 20? Do I have to kill Benny? I don't know. I don't remember. But that should go away eventually. Alright, well, yeah. That was a fucking ramble and a half. What did we even do? I don't even know. But that was New Vegas. And, chipping away at it. Still got a lot of game to do. A lot of places to explore, a lot of quests to do, all the DLCs. Ooh. Got a lot of this. This is going to be for like at least the rest of the year. Might still be playing this in January, depending. But yeah, Pooh Vegas. Look. Tower.